Thanks, Nina. On BBC London this Wednesday lunchtime, campaigners have launched a legal challenge over Luton Airport's expansion plans. Hi, thanks for joining us. Campaigners have taken the first step towards mounting a legal challenge over plans to expand Luton Airport. The airport wants to almost double passenger numbers within the next 20 years by building a new terminal and taxiways. But the organisation fighting these proposals claim recent development consent by the government was granted unlawfully. Our transport correspondent Tom Edwards is here. Tom, take us back to this decision made last month. Why do the campaigners say it was unlawful?
Well, last month the Transport Secretary gave the go-ahead for Luton expansion, even though planning inspectors had told her to reject it on environmental grounds. And now, today, we get the start of the legal challenge from campaigners who say it is unlawful. And these are the grounds that we're talking about. They say that expansion will have an impact on climate change. For example, it excluded emissions from inbound flights. Also, they've over-relied in the modelling on unproven tech like green aviation fuel, and also another decision at Gatwick, which was delayed due to environmental concerns. That was inconsistent with the decision made at Luton. Now, this is what residents told us a little bit earlier.
This is the noise you're dealing with every day?
This is half the noise we're dealing with, because normally they're taking off every day, maybe a couple of minutes sometimes at worst. Every aspect of my life, my daily life, is affected by the planes. And now I'm looking for them instead of getting on with what I'm doing.
Yeah. So if the expansion goes ahead?
It's going to be worse, isn't it? You can't go from 18 million passengers to proposed 32 million without causing more noise and disturbance, pollution.
So will this have implications for other airports looking to expand?
Well, I think most of those airports looking to expand will expect something similar. Interestingly, Luton Airport is owned by Luton Borough Council, and they've, in a statement, said the expansion would bring significant economic, employment and social benefits to the town, and they're considering this legal action. But it's interesting, Luton is further down the road compared to Gatwick and Heathrow expansion, but it's these kind of arguments that we'll definitely see in the courts, probably with regard to those airports and the legal challenges there.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tom. Tom Edwards, our transport correspondent there. Climbing on the statue of Winston Churchill in Parliament Square will soon be against the law. The government is adding the 12-foot bronze figure to a list of monuments that will be illegal to climb. Offenders could face up to 3 months in prison and a £1,000 fine. This week saw an historic moment in Surrey. The county's first Gurdwara was officially opened. £1.5 million was raised and many volunteer hours went into transforming an ex-military base into a place of worship. Until now, Sikhs living in Surrey had to get a train to Southampton or drive an hour into London to mark important events. Well, the BBC's Asian community radio show presenter Reena Anabil went to the opening of the Gurdwara in Camberley.
The Guru Nanak Gurdwara Camberley officially opened last weekend to much excitement.
It's taken 20 years. This is a journey that started 20 years ago with just a handful of families worshipping from each other's homes, cooking in each other's homes, and that then snowballed to a slightly bigger congregation and a bigger congregation to ultimately where we are now with our very own premises 20 years later.
About 1,000 people attended the festival of music, prayer, martial arts and talks. But it was a real community effort to get the temple renovated in the first place.
I think we've all been involved in various things. So I think first of all I've been involved in the library, which is a project undergoing still. We're looking at opening that in the summer of this year. So I think as Sangat, I think we've all done really well in getting involved in various bits. Everyone's helped out in, I wouldn't say anything in particular, I think we've all been here and helping out wherever we can.
We've come quite far, we've come 100 miles.
Have you, just for the opening of this?
Well, we've got relatives here and we come to visit them, and it's opening week and we come all the way from Coventry.
Okay, all the way from Coventry. So what do you think of the new Gurdwara?
It's very, very good, because it's good for the community, get everyone together, ain't it? And a place for worship as well.
The Gurdwara also wants it to be a resource for others. There's the free kitchen, fitness, yoga and martial arts classes.
It was really unique actually, because normally when a building like this is bought, there's contractors that come in, but actually we didn't need to do any of that because there was such an outpouring of love that people came in, gave up their time and did all the work. So this Gurdwara has been put together by the community as one big community project, and it's been so beautifully done with so much love and devotion from everybody.
Rena Annabil, BBC London.
Next, Westminster Abbey played a significant role in celebrating VE Day, hosting services of thanksgiving and commemoration throughout the day on May the 8th, 1945. Tomorrow, a large-scale service is planned for the 80th anniversary, with more than 70 veterans expected to attend, as well as members of the royal family. Anna O'Neill has been meeting some young choristers as preparations get underway.
The choristers of Westminster Abbey Choir School are used to the pomp and ceremony of Abbey life. They sing for 8 choral services a week during term time, and many of them have sung for the most important ceremonial events in the country.
I've sung for the Commonwealth and the Royal Carol service, and Princess Catherine was at the Royal Carols and the King was at the Commonwealth, and it was really good and I enjoyed it.
I'm so excited when I see so many people coming to celebrate an occasion in this church. I think VE Day is especially important in this country as it marks the end of the war and what people did and sacrificed their lives so we could live in peace today.
It's such a big opportunity that you're so grateful for and you'll never get it again. So you feel excited and then you will just remember it for all your years later.
With thousands of visitors per day, the normal life of the Abbey goes on while the VE Day preparations take place. Just over 1,000 people will be here celebrating VE Day in Westminster Abbey tomorrow. But in 1945, there were lots of different services throughout the day between 9 a.m. and 10, and 25,000 people came in to celebrate here. What would you say to anybody looking at you boys and thinking, could I do that?
I would just say go for it. If you really want to do it, you can come and audition and have a go with Mr. Netziner. You don't have to have any prior musical knowledge. Before I came here, I didn't know a thing about music. Couldn't tell the difference between a C sharp and an A. And now I'm singing in one of the best churches in the world. And the football's really great as well.
Anna O'Neill, BBC London.
Lovely. Now here's Kate with the weather.
Good afternoon. High pressure is in charge. We've had lots of sunshine, but it's still feeling quite chilly. First thing this morning, blue sky and a halo around the sun. Really very beautiful. The clouds have been feeding in on a northeasterly breeze. The breeze not quite as strong as it has been, but you can see that cloud being pushed further south from the northeast through this morning, and it will continue this afternoon. Some of it fairly thick actually, but it should stay dry. Still some bright spells, some sunny spells too. Temperatures today getting up to 17 Celsius. They're slowly starting to get a little bit warmer. Now, as we head into this evening, the cloud will continue to break up. Clear spells overnight. Still a bit of patchy cloud. There's a chance of a spot of rain within that, but largely dry. And temperatures cool overnight too. Single figures again, 5 Celsius the minimum. Bright start tomorrow, some hazy sunshine. We'll see some more cloud through the middle part of the day. Could just see a shower in the east, but most places dry. Lots of events tomorrow, of course, for VE Day. The temperature tomorrow is sneaking up a little higher, 18 Celsius. It's looking dry and sunny for Friday and actually feeling a little bit warmer. Drier air moving in from the continent for the weekend. Sunshine, yes, but there is a chance, although a lot of uncertainty around it at the moment. We may just get some thunderstorms on Sunday, but temperatures in the low 20s.
Just before we go, let me take you back 25 years to May 2000, when London's first directly elected mayor, Ken Livingstone, entered office. During the election, there were allegations of betrayal, stitch-ups and intrigue, and one candidate ended up in prison. Well, if that's triggered your memory, or if it was before your time and you want to learn more, head to our website to read about how London elected its first mayor. And you can listen to the embedded BBC Sounds clip where we discuss whether devolution in London has been a success. Now it's back to the rest of the BBC News at 1. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.